tried to make this video a couple times, and the first time I went outside and I sat down and this big fat spider like dropped in my hair and I kind of freaked out. So I didn't get that on video because I hadn't actually pressed record yet. So I'm sorry you don't get to see that. But I'm driving, obviously, and I wanted to make a video about sunscreen because you guys asked for it, right? Okay, so I wanted to talk a little bit about making your own sunscreen and how I feel about that. So I probably don't recommend making your own sunscreen unless you're including some titanium dioxide or zinc oxide. And I know that there's been a lot of circulation going around about raspberry seed oil and carrot seed oil and coconut oil and jojoba oil, and about how they might have a high SPF. I'm not entirely sure where that came from. However, they normally only have about an SPF of around 8 or 9, and that's not a very stable SPF factor, because when people are making their own and they're not formulated by somebody that is, you know, ensuring that the quality of the raw material is great, and that the extraction process is not correct, then you won't have that stability of the oil for the purpose in which you are intending it for. So I guarantee you there's going to be people that will say, I think it works great, it's amazing, it's this, it's that, and it might be for them. But I would also ask them if they think that is protecting against UVA and UVB, and if they've done some research. If they have, great. I don't claim to know everything. However, normally plant oils, they will protect against UVB, and that is the ultraviolet rays, right? That what cause sunburn. So the UVB is what causes sunburn, and the UVA is what causes wrinkles and aging, things that penetrate the skin a little bit more deeply, and those don't usually cover the UVA. So that is one reason why I wouldn't use that alone, especially as I am aging. I don't want to have any more wrinkles or age spots or anything like that, especially if I can avoid them or prolong them from happening. And I imagine all of you guys are the same too. So SPF, let's talk about SPF, which is the sun protection factor or something like that. Sun protective factor of, you know, when you have SPF 13 or 15, SPF 30, SPF 50, whatever it is. So basically what that means is that doesn't mean the level of protection. That basically means the time at which it will take for the skin to turn red, like for you to get a sunburn, how long it prolongs that. So for example, like it takes about 20 minutes for your skin to get red when you're outside. So if you have something with an SPF of 15, then it's going to say that it is going to prolong that by probably about 5 hours. And so SPF 30 would be a little bit, what's going on here? SPF 30 is going to be longer than that, and SPF 50 is going to be longer than that. Now, I know that in retrospect, there's something that people talk about that it might make it a little bit more, depending on the SPF, block a little bit more of the rays. And so I think SPF 15 is about 93% blocking the rays. I think SPF 30 is 97, and SPF 50 is like 98%. So if you're somebody that burns extremely easily and you really want that extra 1%, then go ahead and do the SPF 50. However, SPF 30 is going to be the most logical choice, in my opinion, for everyone and anyone. So as far as not using sunscreen or using sunscreen, I know there's a lot of people that advocate for not using it at all because, again, they're like, this is where you get your vitamin D and all the other things, right? Well, you do get vitamin D from the sun, and you do get benefits from being in the sun, and to lather yourself in sunscreen all the time might not necessarily be the best idea. However, if you're going to be swimming at a pool, or you're going to be in a river or a lake or the ocean where the sun, like the water reflects the sun and makes it even makes the UV higher, then in my opinion, I would suggest some sort of skin protectant. So now if you don't want to wear sunscreen, go ahead and wear a hat and sit under the umbrella, and make sure you do that, because honestly, people can get skin cancer, and it's more common than people think, and it's because they haven't been protecting their body from the UV rays like they're supposed to. Again, UVB is what a lot of sunscreens protect from, but the plant seed oils do not protect with the UVAs, which is what causes the wrinkles and the aging. So if you're going to buy a sunscreen, ones with titanium oxide or zinc oxide are going to be the cleaner ones, I guess is what you would call it, like mineral, I'm gonna miss my turn, the mineral based sunscreens. And I really like, so anyway, sorry, I gotta focus. You can get, there's probably a lot of different brands that you can grab. I'm going to suggest Shackley. They have a age defense moisturizer. I was going to bring it with me so I could show it to you, but I definitely did not do that. And it is great for protection. I only use that on my face. And whenever I'm in the sun, if I know it's going to be really hot, I do wear one of those floppy hats, or I sit under the umbrella. I am a person that burns a lot more easily than my husband and my kids. They have more of olive skin, which yay for them, right? Actually, it's made it really easy when they were younger because they didn't actually burn, sunburn, right? Anyway, back to Shackley. They have the age defense moisturizer. It's like the daytime something. I'll link it below. And then they also have BB cream if you're a person that really likes to wear some makeup. It's really light and it goes on smooth and creamy. It's fantastic. It won't break out your skin. I really like it a lot. And then they also have another sunscreen that has it's not titanium dioxide or zinc oxide, and so for people that are looking for extremely clean, like as in only those two, that wouldn't be the choice for you, but it is the choice for me. It goes on like a lotion, and it helps to create that barrier on the skin so that way you aren't burning so much. And I don't know if I mentioned this because I feel like I'm kind of just rattling, but if you do get a sunscreen, make sure that you're getting a broad spectrum, again, because broad spectrum is going to block both UVA and UVB, and that is definitely what you want. So if you have any questions, let me know, and I will link the two that I suggest down below.